Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Frank in Korea, aka Frank White, aka White Chocolate. Ow! You know how I do. Anyways, I want to welcome you guys to the first ever No Budget Filmmaking 101 Episode 1 introduction. Now, here, I'm just going to be telling you guys the introduction into No Budget Filmmaking, which is basically terms and terminology. And some of you guys are going to agree with me, some of you guys are not. I had this problem yesterday on Facebook, so I wanted to address it here on the introduction part of this, all right? So, now, I'm going to have to speak slowly because, unfortunately, some people can't elaborate certain terminologies that I'm saying, or, you know, they're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, or, you know, they got dropped in their head when they was a kid. So I'm going to speak slowly, and I'm going to say things to you guys. And either you, like I said, we're all here to give an opinion. I mean, you don't have to like what I say. You don't have to like me. You don't have to, you know, agree with me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you from over 20 years experience of going through what I went through, this is what I'm giving to you guys, so you guys don't have to go through the same shit that I went through. You understand what I'm saying to you guys? So with that being said, I gotta let you guys know one thing. The first things first for No Budget Filmmaking is, okay, listen to me and listen to me good, please, okay? A filmmaker and a director are two different things, okay? You might go to filmmaking school, but it's called filmmaking school because when you go there, you're learning everything about filmmaking, which is directing, lighting, editing, writing the screenplay, producing. You're learning all these things in school, okay? So that's why it's called filmmaking school. But when you're there, you have to choose which forte you're gonna go to. Are you gonna be a director? Are you gonna be an editor? Where do you want your certificate to go to? You know, you have to pick one category. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you get out, people have a tendency to call themselves a director, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you the difference right now. A director is someone who just directs. They get paid, they get hired to just direct your movie. They tell people what to do, they know how to set up the scene, block it with their DP, and give direction on how they want the film to look. Okay, that's the director. That's what they get paid for, that's what they do. Okay? Now, you might get some directors, once again, as I said this yesterday on my Facebook Live, you might get some directors that'll be like, hey, do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? And they'll help out with, you know, with some of the production, or they'll help out with being a production assistant, or they'll help out with, you know, the lighting or whatever. You know what I mean? If they can. But most of the time, directors just get hired to direct, and that's it. They don't want to do anything else but direct. Now, a filmmaker is someone who does more than direct. Okay, let me say that again because some people don't understand that. A filmmaker is someone who does more than just direct. All right? A filmmaker is someone who will direct, and then he might do fight choreography. He or she, let me just say he or she. He or she might do fight choreography. He or she might do the writing for the script. That he or she might be producing the movie. He or she might be editing the movie. He or she might be doing the special effects on the movie. You know what I mean? He or she might be doing the casting on the movie or the location scouting. Anything. If you do more than one job than direct, then you're a filmmaker. Now, here's another thing, because a lot of people are going to get the misconception of this too. There's a big difference between a filmmaker and a short filmmaker, okay? If you only make short films, then you are a short filmmaker. If you make feature films, then you are a filmmaker. There's a big difference. Now, some people are going to be like, oh, that's bullshit. Listen to me good. There is way more work that goes into doing a feature film than doing a short, all right? Now, if you want to spend $20,000, $30,000 on a short film, go ahead, boo-boo. Do what you want to do. That's ridiculous in my book. You know what I mean? With $20,000, I can make like 5 feature films. You understand what I'm saying? Now, With that being said, a short film is 10 to 20 minutes, okay? That should be shot, and I'm being nice, that should be shot within 7 days. And I'm giving, that's a graceful period, okay? A feature film, majority of the time. Now, I know people who have shot feature films in 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. I just met somebody who shot one in 2 days, okay? And it's on Amazon Prime. Now, a feature film usually takes between 8 and 14 days, okay? Now, 8 and 14 days, that's over a period of 3 months, okay? Because this is no budget filmmaking, okay? Whether you're a no budget filmmaker, a micro budget filmmaker, or a low budget filmmaker, we all, unfortunately not me, I can't work, but a lot of people have 9-to-5 jobs, so they're only allowed to shoot on the weekends. That's the only thing they can do, shoot on the weekends or on their day off. So, with that being said, the time escalates and it takes 3 months, but a feature film takes between 8 and 14 days. A short film, like I said, I don't think a short film should be more than 4 days, but given the grace period, some people will say, oh, it rained, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll give 7 days, okay? Now, like I said, there's way more work that goes into a feature film than a short film. A lot more work. A bigger cast, bigger crew. Even if it's a skeleton, even if you have a skeleton crew, it's still way more work because compared to 15-20 minutes, 10-20 minute short film, a feature film is anything over an hour now. You know what I mean? If you have an hour and 2 minute movie, an hour and 3 minute movie, in order to get picked up, it's supposed to be 70 minutes or more. But now people are starting to give leeway, and if you have a movie that's hour and 2 minutes, hour and 3 minutes, an hour and 1 minute, your film will get picked up. Not all distributors will do that, but most want 70 minutes. But there are some that give leeway, and then you have Film Hub that'll take fucking anything. You know what I'm saying? But because they're an equal opportunity employer. We'll get to that on another thing. I had a nice conversation with them 2 days in a row. But Film Hub, you know, is to cater for everybody. You know what I mean? It's not their fault that your film gets on Tubi and it's a short film and then Tubi takes it down. It's not their fault. They're just putting it out there. Long story short, because I don't want to jump into this, when a distributor or a streaming platform picks up your movie, they don't watch your movie. They don't look at the running time. They look at the poster. They look at what genre it is, and they think to themselves, by the poster, by the artwork, and by the stills that you have up there, they say, hey, is this going to make us money? Yeah? Okay, let's take it. They're not going to sit there and go and watch all your movies and go through all your trailers. No, they don't do that. Get that out your mind. They just get a catalog, they go through the catalog, and they pick this one, because they think that's going to make them money. Okay? So, some guys get their short films out there, whatever. Now, you have award-winning short film filmmakers, and you have feature film award-winning filmmakers, okay? There's a big difference on that, too. We're not going to talk about that today. We're talking about the introduction of no-budget filmmaking, okay? So now you guys know the difference between a feature filmmaker, a short filmmaker, a director, and a filmmaker. Like I said, a director just directs 90% of the time, 75% of the time, I'll say, all right? A filmmaker does more than just direct, okay? He does more than one job. Let me just explain that so you don't have to, so people don't say, oh, you said he has to do this, he has to do that. No. A filmmaker does more than one job. Like I said, he directs and then he does other stuff, whether it's production, and especially no-budget filmmaking. A no-budget filmmaker does everything practically. He might have help with the camera, he might have help with production, he might have help with casting, but majority of the time, he might have help with editing. But majority of the time, he's doing everything himself, or she's doing everything herself. That's why it's called no-budget filmmaking, because you're not spending a lot of money. All right? No-budget filmmaking is a coin-based term for people who make movies under $10,000. That's another thing I'm going to talk about in this introduction, because a lot of people get that misconcepted. Get the misconception on these terms too. A no-budget film is anything $10,000 and under, okay? Anything under $10,000 is a no-budget film, okay? From $10,000 to $20,000 is a micro-budget, or what they used to call shoestring budget film, All right, a lot of people don't say shoestring budget no more because it kind of sounds, I guess it sounds tacky. So somebody happened to change it to micro. So it's micro budget now. So 10 to 20,000 is micro budget. Now, a low budget film is anything from 20,000 all the way up to 7 million. And that is for Hollywood standards. Anything 7 million under is considered low budget, believe it or not, which is crazy. That's fucking insane, to be honest with you. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that's Hollywood for you. That's why Hollywood does not like the term filmmakers. Robert Rodriguez is a filmmaker. You know what I'm saying? The godfather of no budget filmmaking, Robert Rodriguez. Quentin Tarantino's a filmmaker. John Carpenter's a filmmaker. Michael Mann's a filmmaker. Because they do more than just direct. They produce, they write, they do the special effects, they do the casting. They do everything. They do practically everything. They have people helping them, but they do practically everything. But Hollywood does not label them as filmmakers because Hollywood does not like that term. Okay? Hollywood says they're directors. So if they're a director. Even though you see their name in like 10 different credits, they're still labeled as a director. Alright? Because that's the way Hollywood wants it. Now, some of you guys went to film school and stuff like that. I understand that. I'm not knocking you for going to film school. Bobby Rodriguez, or AKA Robert Rodriguez, said it best. Everything that you learn in film school, 75 to 90% of that is going out the window. You're going to learn things here and there, but experience is your best friend. So, for those of you who are out there that want to be aspiring filmmakers, if you want to go to school, go to school. I'm not knocking the school, okay? If you want to go to school, all right? But experience is your best friend, all right? Experience is your best friend. You just got to figure out exactly what you want to do. Me, I was an actor, but I kept getting typecasted, so I became a filmmaker. Because I met somebody by the name of Thomas J. Churchill, of Churchill Productions out in Queens when he lived in Queens. Now he's in California doing big things. And he said to me, look, you got a good look to you. You got a good personality. I think you can go places. Take these 2 books. And he gave me one on screenwriting, and he gave me Rebel Without a Crew. And he said, if you follow this, you can make it. He goes, brand yourself, market yourself, and get yourself out there because nobody else is going to do it for you. There are millions of people trying to make it in this business as an actor. Why don't you make your own films and get it out there and promote yourself? That was 22 years ago. Here I am today. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, this is, like I said, this is an introduction. What I'm going to tell you guys is that this is a very hard business. You gotta have tough skin. People are gonna say things that you're gonna take the wrong way, or some people are gonna say things to you that's gonna, hurt your feelings. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta be able to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? In order to survive in this business, you need the 3 Ds. And I always say this, and you guys are gonna hear me say this a lot. All right? Drive, determination, and dedication. Without drive, there's no determination. Without determination, there's no dedication. You need these 3 things to survive in this business because it's really, really hard. I mean, the music industry is the same, but this industry is a dog-eat-dog world. You always heard swimming with sharks and stuff like that? It is. You're a small fish in a big pond, and there's a lot of sharks. All right? And they will eat you up as fast as you can blink your eyes. Trust me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It took me about 19 years just to get respect, basically. Just to get acknowledged. It took me about 19 years. To start making money. 19 years. But did I give up? No, I'm still here. And I'm doing this because I want to help as many people as I can and help guide them in the right direction so they don't have to go through all the bullshit that I went through. I went through the school of hard knocks. You know what I mean? I had doors slammed in my face. I had people laugh at me. I've come to almost having fist fights with people. You know what I'm saying? I've come to, people hacking my Facebook, hacking my Instagram, people leaving stupid comments, people trying to ruin my life throughout the years because of it, because of I want to be a filmmaker. I've lost childhood friends because I'm living my dream and they don't like the fact that I'm doing it because I'm not married, I don't have kids, and I'm doing what I love. Now, yes, I did have 2 heart attacks, and I'm lucky to be alive. Allah, all praise due to God. Now, I'm not Muslim. I respect all religions. I'm Catholic, but I respect all religions. So, but I have family that's Muslim, so you'll hear me say Hamdallah Allah or Allah Allahi from time to time. Don't get it twisted, please. Okay. Now, with that being said, all right, another introduction into no budget filmmaking that I can give you right now is, please remember this phrase, okay? Less is more, more is less, okay? Less is more, more is less. Meaning the more you have, the more distracting it's going to be for people. The less you have, the more people are going to be in tuned. You understand what I'm saying to you guys? Less is more, more is less. The recipe for doing a good no-budget film, I'm not saying your film has to be an Academy Award-winning film, because it's not going to be, unless you really got chops, you know what I mean? I'm not doubting anybody either, because there's probably somebody going to be out there that can do it. But for you to make a good no-budget movie that gets picked up for distribution, have a small cast, minimal locations, a simple yet effective story. Okay? Remember what I said, less is more, more is less. Keep your locations minimal, keep your cast minimal. Try to have a skeleton crew so that way you don't draw attention. Because one big thing about no budget filmmaking, which is another coin-based term, is guerrilla filmmaking. No budget filmmaking is guerrilla filmmaking. You're running and gunning. You're shooting without permits. You know what I mean? You're shooting outside when on a sidewalk when there's people walking by and getting free extras in the background while you're doing a shot. You know what I mean? You're doing these things because you don't have a budget. Your budget is whatever comes out of your pocket every week. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a producer. You are the producer, or your family's your producer, or your mother, or your sister, or your cousin, or your brother, or your friend, whoever is giving you money to help you out with the film. You know what I mean? But you keep it simple and effective, and you get the shots without doing anything. You run and gun, or gun and run, whichever you want to say. All right? Now, with that being said, that's what I'm going to leave you guys off with today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope I shed some light on some subjects for you guys for the introduction. Next time, we will be talking about the dollar store and how the dollar store is your best friend when you're a no-budget filmmaker, or even a micro-budget filmmaker, or even a low-budget filmmaker. To keep your costs down, you shop at the dollar store. And we're going to be talking about that. And I'm going to show you some stuff that I bought from the dollar store. And also, Amazon is your best friend as well. So I'm going to be showing you things, how to keep your costs down. On the next episode, we're going to be talking about keeping your costs down on your film, where to shop, how to shop, you know what I'm saying, and what genres are the best. All right? So on that note, I want to thank you so much for tuning in once again. I'm just here to help you guys and guide you guys in the right direction. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, I can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually being peaceful now. Usually I'm cursing up a storm, but I'm trying to be as humble as I can and specify things as much as I can and elaborate as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? So from Newark Studios LLC, my company, and myself, Franklin Korea, I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys at the next one. Hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit. If you guys already known about this stuff, hopefully it refreshed your memory. All right? Take care. God bless y'all. Until next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace, one.